All right then, so we've got 20 minutes. We're going to start in 20 seconds and we're going to go 1 minute for each exercise and we're going to keep it going. Roughly about 70% effort, I would say. So up high, but not really, really high, okay? Because we want to keep going for the full 20. We're going to go 4 seconds, 3, 2, 1, paddling forwards to start with. Off you go, excellent work. I remember what we said in previous times, you know, you can increase intensity or decrease intensity in a number of different ways. So we've got the amount of time we're doing it for, which is going to be 20 minutes, the amount of time you're doing each interval for, although that's not going to make too much of a difference today, because obviously if you carried on for 20 minutes and you just did 30 seconds on each, it's just going to be a slightly different way of doing it. The other things to do is to increase or decrease the weights. So you can either have a heavier pole or add wrist weights in, and that will increase or decrease the intensity here. But to start with, this will be relatively easy because we're going about 70%. But as we go on, the heart rate is going to get elevated and it's going to stay there. In 5 seconds, we're going to change to paddling backwards next. In 3, 2, 1. So just going backwards now instead. So same thing, different direction. Excellent work. Good stuff. It's good to see you all back here anyway. I'm glad you've come on board with this and sticking around. We've got 30 more seconds. It's good to see that because it means that we can progress forwards and we can keep going and doing more things, making these sessions that we've done a little bit more tricky as well as we go through. Okay, 20 seconds to go. Keep going with the paddling. The next one we are going to be doing, as you keep doing that, is going to go forwards and up, like so. Keep going with the paddling here. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So forwards and up with both arms. Best range of motion you can do. So if that's just here, that's fine. But if you can get arms fully extended up and forwards, that's also good. And again, like we said with you, David, last time, if it's, you know, if that's too much getting up there with your shoulders, you know, just here and then forwards, or even just doing the forwards motion, that's fine. Okay, we're 30 seconds in. Good stuff. We've got 15 seconds to go. The next one we're going to do is the paddling to one side. So keep it going with that one for now. So it's like the stand-up paddleboard or single paddle canoe. Off we go. So just off to one side. There you go. I might go back a bit so you can actually see me. Still need new tyres on my wheelchair. So my brakes aren't really working. That's the good stuff. Excellent. We're just over 30 seconds. The next minute we're going to do the same one, but on the opposite side. So again, imagine you've got that single canoe paddle. And you go in, digging it deep into the water as such and putting it through. Excellent work. 10 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. Changing sides. So what I'll do as well in upcoming videos, I will do a little bit more of that education at the beginning. So, you know, teaching you sort of the concepts behind why we do these things. I'm a big believer in teaching people why we do things, not just say, do this, do this. I think it's a really good way to keep you guys engaged, because then you know why you should be doing it, which is excellent. Okay, we've got 15 seconds left here. Keep that going. I'm going to explain the next one. So the next one I'm doing is the down, down, forwards, forwards, up, up. We're going changing that in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Off we go. So down, down, forwards, forwards, up, up. Remember, getting that up around sort of 70% or 7 out of 10 effort. So it's hard, but not impossible. You know, you can keep it going. We've gone past 5 minutes, so we're into minute between 5 and 6 here. So usually around this time, you're starting to feel that warmth. The heart rate's sort of up to where you need it to be for the session, which is good. I'm just going to keep it going in there, that position there. Good work. So you're starting to feel that rhythm. 15 seconds. The next one we're going to be doing is the going over like a rainbow. If you keep that going here, as I get a spasm. 4, 3, 2, 1. And so rainbow over. And again, the best you can here. If you can only do it down here, that's fine. But get up as much as you can on here. Good stuff. So 20 seconds to go. And then in 10, we're going to do straight arms above our head. So keep those arms as straight as you can, lifting up, okay? In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straight arms here. Excellent. Well, as straight as you can get it. Why not be very straight today? Keep it going, 20 seconds. And we're going to start that all again. So we're going to go back to the paddling. You know, the double arm paddling, like we're in a kayak, in 10 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, back to paddling again. Excellent work, everybody. Let's keep that going. So you'll notice that some of these exercises are harder than others, and that's good. We just keep it going. Just means on the easier ones, maybe just pick up the pace a little bit to keep that heart rate elevated. So it's good for the other ones. Excellent work so far, everybody, though. You're doing a great job. Excellent. 20 seconds, and we're going to paddle backwards again. Ten to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and backwards. Excellent job, everybody. That's it. Just keep it going. Keep that heart rate at the elevated rate that we want it to be, and just keep going. You might feel like you come to a bit of a wall at some point, or you might have already gone through that wall. but you just got to keep going. Sometimes that wall is just something that comes and you sort of can push through it. And on the other side, you sort of get in a bit of a rhythm again. You can keep going. So try and get, past that point and hopefully you can carry on. All right, 10 seconds. And then we go in the double arm forwards, double arm overhead in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So forwards and up. Got a very spasmy torso today, so you see me going all over the place. You know why? Good work. Keep that going. 20 seconds. And then in 10, we're going to paddle to the left, like a canoe. 4, 3, 2, 1. So off to the side now. That's it. Excellent stuff. Whew. Keep it going. 20 more seconds. And then we've got to switch sides. Good stuff. 10 to go. So your joints should definitely feel warm now. You should feel warm as well. Changing sides. Off we go. Good stuff. 30 seconds into this. And then we're going into the down, down, forwards, forwards, up, up. Great stuff so far, everybody. Keep it going. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1. So down, down, forwards, forwards, up, up. Excellent. So this kind of workout is kind of the equivalent to if somebody went out for a run, I would say, for 20 minutes. So if you did a 20-minute run, you'd probably get the same sort of benefits from this kind of workout, because it's that steady pace, keeping it going and just pushing through for the full 20 minutes, which is excellent. If you did 20 minutes of running, if you could do that, you'd be pretty tired. So doing this is excellent. Okay, in 5 seconds, we're going to go into those rainbows. Now off we go. So rainbow and over. Just going to turn around. Good stuff. That's 30 seconds in. 15 to go. 10. And then we go into those straight arm raises over our head. 3, 2, 1. So straight arm here, up. So this is we're going to be up to minute number 16 now. So we've got 4 minutes to go. For this last 4 minutes, we're going to put the poles down, all right? And we're just going to do some last 4 exercises. I just wanted to show you ways that you could do it. And just in case you haven't got a pole, you know, I like to give scenarios like if you were stuck in the middle of nowhere and you had nothing, but you still wanted to get work in, there's still ways to do it. So there's no real excuses. So we're going to do the last bit with the pole down. So you keep going for another 10 seconds. I'll explain the next bit. So we're just going to do simply punching forwards like so in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So just put the pole down and just do some forward punches like this for a minute. Excellent. So I do get some people in the past that have said, I can't do this workout, I don't have a pole. I'm like, doesn't matter. It's just trying to get the concept of the workout in, not necessarily the actual exercises in. So just getting the heart rate up, keep it elevated and keep it going for a full 20 minutes. Good stuff. We've got 15 seconds left. Once you've done this, what we're going to do is we're going to punch up to the sky instead. So we're going to go like this next, okay? So we're going to go that in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, up like so. If you struggle with the shoulders there, David, feel free to maybe do it like a diagonal instead. You know, you don't have to go all the way up above your head. Whatever's good for you. And so it's like what we said on Wednesday session. You know, it's more about getting the concept of the workout than the actual exercises themselves. So good work. Okay, we've got 20 seconds left. On the next one, what we're going to do is punching out to the side, okay? So keep these punches going up, and then we're going to go out to the side on the next one. In 10 seconds. Great work, everybody. Coming into the last 2 minutes here of our 20 minutes, which is excellent. 3, 2, 1, out to the side. Good stuff. Try and keep it where your hands are up high, so don't try and let them drop down here. Try and keep them up near sort of your chin level here. Good stuff. 30 seconds, and then we got our last minute. Okay, coming up to 20 here. For this last one, what we're going to do, we're going to do some uppercuts, okay? Coming across the body, uppercuts, all right? You can all pretend you're Mike Tyson for a second. Or Nicola Adams, a female British boxer, that's all. 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, uppercuts like so. Excellent. So you can get your whole body involved if you can. Excellent stuff. Keep it going. Excellent stuff. Keep it going. Excellent. 30 seconds left. Okay, 15 to go. Excellent work. Last 5 seconds now. 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest in there. Excellent work. That is our 20 minutes done. So although our heart rate doesn't get as high as when we're doing interval training, that's what we want. We want to have it that steady state to get into a nice flow rhythm all the way through that 20 minutes, and then we are done at the end. So obviously it's only half past, which is kind of what I wanted, because I wanted to do a good 20-minute block. You know, we compressed what could be like a 40-minute session into 20 minutes. But it means now we've got a good amount of time to do some stretching and that. But if you have got a drink or some water nearby, have that first, and then we get on with the stretching, okay? While you're getting your stuff, just start to do some nice deep breathing as well. So once you've had your water, just nice. Breathe in there. Relaxing that nervous system again, like we talked about last time, and just coming off from that fight or flight mode back into our relaxation and our recovery mode. So just nice deep breathing and out. We do this for a couple of minutes here just to relax ourselves. We're in that state for a while, so sometimes the longer you're in it, sometimes it can take a little bit longer to get out of it. So just fully relaxing here. Good stuff. Okay, with our breathing as well, keep it going as you are, but as you're breathing, bring the shoulders up. So in, and then as you breathe out, going down. Good work. So as you're doing this, you just feel like your heart rate starts to lower. The adrenaline sort of goes from your system. And you can start to relax, which is exactly where we want to be for stretching. We don't really want to be in that fight or flight mode for the stretching. We want to be nice and relaxed in recovery mode. Okay, 3 more breaths there. Nice and slowly, breathing it up with your shoulders and then down on the way out. Okay, give that a little shake out there. And we're going to go through some of those spinal mobility stuff we did. So remember, we did it in 4 different directions, which was the flexion extension, the rotation, and the lateral flexion. Don't worry if you forgot, we'll go through it again. But that's the 4 different motions of the spine. We start with the neck, and then we do our back, and then we move on to our stretches. Okay, so just looking down, and then looking up. Not a massive range of motion, remember, just to where it feels right. So as soon as you start to feel that stretch, ease off and go back into the other direction. Good stuff. It's just getting that spine nice and mobilized, making sure it's not going to get stuck. You know, we don't want those muscles in the neck to tighten up. That's good. Okay, let's do to rotation now. So rotation is simply looking over to one side and then looking over to the other. Good. Excellent. Okay, hands by the side. We're doing the lateral flexion now. So just bring that ear towards the shoulder again. Don't try and stretch it as such, just get it moving. So it's just moving side to side. And also don't let the head bob forwards or backwards. Keep it in line and just going over to the side. Excellent. Well done, everyone. Okay, let's repeat these motions, but on to the rest of our spine now. So flexion and extension is either coming out here, or if you can't do it there on your frame, sitting back in your chair, just leaning back and leaning forwards. Okay, so just the best we can here. So this is the same as what we're doing with the neck, except for we're doing it through the rest of the spine. So you might have seen there you can see my back sort of bending. That's what we want. We want to get that flexibility in the spine. Good. Okay, let's go into the rotation next. So to do the rotate, well, I'll stay sideways so you can see it this way. So it's just rotating round, so the hips stay square, but the shoulders come round, and then they come round to the other side. So as long as we're getting that, the shoulders moving a different way, you know, the shoulders are moving, but the hips are staying still. We are getting that bend in, well, that rotation in the spine. Good, let's change sides there. Just the other side. Good, okay, so the last one is the lateral flexion, which is reaching down to one side and then reaching down to the other. Good, okay, let's give that a bit of a shake off. Excellent. So I'm going to run through some stretches here. And these stretches are all really fantastic for being in a wheelchair because what it's going to do is help with our posture. So as I've said in the past, with being on our phones, on our computers, watching TV, pushing our wheelchairs, everything we do is bringing our shoulders forwards. Like so. So if I do it from the side here, this is the position you're meant to be in. This is the position often we get into. So it's all down here. This affects our breathing because we can't breathe as well because it's compression on our diaphragm. And also the shoulders are out of line. So we're going to have more issues here with both like pinching of like the nerves and also potentially some damage to the muscles inside the shoulder. So one thing everybody always says is to strengthen up the back muscles, which do so much. So they strengthen up the back muscles, which help keep them in line. But to get into that position, we need the flexibility through the front here, which allows those muscles to keep back, okay? So to do that, there is several muscles that are usually tight. The first one is the chest and the front deltoid that kind of work together. The next one is the lats, which is always a surprising one. So the back muscles are actually tight here, but instead of bringing it down and back, what they tend to do is bring it down and forwards instead. So if we can stretch those ones out, keep them nice and long, that's good. And the other ones are the ones inside the shoulder that keep them externally rotated. So our shoulders are usually internally rotated like this because everything we do is in front of us. So we want to externally rotate and stretch there. So it's allowed to get into those positions. So we start with the chest and the front deltoid. Now you can either do this in a door frame, which I have got behind me, but I know some of you got small screens, so I'm going to do it on the wall to demonstrate here. So you just come up to the wall. Actually move my mic out of the way so you can see me as well. So you might not be able to hear me as well, so I'll just speak up a bit louder so you can. So you just have your arm against, so you come in at sort of a 45-degree angle, arm against the wall here, and then going away from it there. If you can't do it there, you can always do it on like a bookcase. Something like this, as long as it doesn't fall over, and having it, you can't quite see the bookcase maybe, but just here, and then just looking over to the other side and feeling that stretch through here. If you don't have anything like that, then I said as a door frame, which you can do it in, which I'll show you. I'll talk a bit louder so you can hear. Just coming into this stretch, just like so. And that's the position we want to hold. If you can find somewhere you can do that stretch, that'd be great. I'm going to do it here, and we're just going to hold it for 30 seconds on both sides. So in your own time, just count your own head with 30 seconds of each side. So much on one side, just change to the other. Again, this is stretching through that chest, helping us with getting those shoulders back and into the right position. Okay, so the next one we're going to be working on is our lats, as I said. So these are the muscles that are in the back here. There's two different ways you can do this. Option number one, I'll move that microphone around so you can actually hear me properly. I don't know how well that's working. Okay, so yeah, option number one is just to reach over to one side, just like so, and just holding that stretch there. And you should hopefully feel it sort of in your armpit at the back. It's sort of the area, if you can feel that, obviously, but feeling it there. So that's option one. If you want to get a deeper stretch, you can come up against the wall again, holding it against the wall and just leaning your body into it there. That just increases the stretch a little bit because you're using that gravity to help with it. So you can either do off the wall here, or you can do on a wall, or even on the desk. You can put your arm forwards and lean down onto a desk or a table or the back of a chair, whatever you can. But if you don't have any of that, then you can just use what you've got around you. What that's going to do, as I said, is help with those muscles that come, pulling these shoulders down and forwards that lat. So yeah, do that 30 seconds on either side. I'm just going to do it here just so you can see that mostly gone for this option, so that's all right. You should feel that stretch sort of between here and here, this sort of area at the back. You should feel it there. Excellent. And when you think you've done about 30 seconds, max off, give it a shake. And then the last ones we're going to be doing is the muscles inside the joint. So this is one that you may not have seen before. But basically, you want to come into a position where you're flexing, like you see a bodybuilder doing it, showing off their biceps. But instead of flexing here, what you're going to do, having it here and then rotating it backwards like so, like that. So it's kind of like a baseball pitch, or I'm trying to make it American theme, so you guys know. So you've got a quarterback, throwing the ball, they get their arm back here, and that's the position we want to get into. So just like so, you should feel, so the way I feel it anyway, it's sort of like a deep sort of a stretch, but like inside the shoulder, and that's where you should feel that one. Just getting back there. And this one is so good for the health of our shoulders. Really is good for that. Let's give that a shake off. And then go to the other side. So that's that, and then just going, I'll come more to the side so you can see it more on the side. So it's here, and then rotating it back. Excellent. You might find you don't need a lot here to get the stretch in, to get that feeling. You might almost feel like a bit of a burn in there almost as well. That's fine. You just want to get that stretched. Good work. With this one, I like to do it just for sort of about 15 seconds and then do it twice. So if we do again once more on each arm, just so we get a good feeling of it. Excellent. So while you're doing that, I'll just explain again. So our arms kind of want to, with all we do, our shoulders internally rotate like this kind of thing, and that's what brings our shoulders forwards. So what we're doing here is stretching it so they allow to externally rotate. So what happens here, you can see in the posture here. So this is the posture here, and this is it here. You see that difference just by rotating my shoulders, what a difference it makes. So this is just allowing those to be in the position. Because some people often say, sit up straight, but it's difficult to sit up straight. What this does is allow you to sit up, make it easier to sit up straight as such. So just last time now again. Excellent. Okay, so when we've done that, give it a shake off, and we are done for today. So I did throw a little bit more information there with the stretches and obviously the bit at the beginning. So if you want me to recap anything or explain it again,